can listen to it. Guys, if your parents miss Parent Forum, you really should encourage them to watch that, because otherwise they will not understand what they see in MAP and they will overreact. And we're going to talk about this tomorrow at our student forum, but when your parents see it progressing, they equate that to like a D or an F because they don't understand Phoenix. You do. Like, you're starting to. Your parents need that information or they will overreact about your grades. I've been here for a decade. Like, trust me. Have your parents watch that video. Today, we need to turn in 1, 2, 4. So we're going to check that real quick. But then the lesson today has a bunch of opportunity for you to help me out. So I don't know. Well, you guys probably weren't in language arts last period. If anyone was over there last period, they would have heard people like cheering and getting all excited because like a lot of the teaching last class was the students. So I will use random cards to offer up opportunities to come up. But reminder, you are always welcome to pass, but you are not, like, you cannot always pass, right? You got to participate in class at some point. So you're welcome to pass, but you can't pass all the time. So let's check 1, 2, 4 first. And some of you are going to be surprised. Because here's how we're checking 1, 2, 4 today. Because I have some people who are getting in this nasty habit of copying down my work frantically while we're in class. And quite frankly, if you're going to copy my work off my paper, do it on your own time. You got to put in enough effort to do it on your own time. Because frantically copying work right now is just making me sad when people do that at the beginning of class, and I'm tired of it. So, like, I'm not saying I won't show my work, but if we're checking our answers, you should just need the answers. My work is still in Schoology. You can still get to it. You just need to put in a little bit of effort to get to it. Now, if you got any of these wrong, and you're like, wait, why did I get this wrong? I'll go over it. I can talk through it. And actually, part C of 94, I think I already have done out from the previous class. So, like, we can look at that one if anybody would like to ask a question about it. Guys, if you do not understand any of these, you need to. Your job is to ask a question about it. If you don't understand why you got something wrong, your job is to ask about it.
So 190 is I didn't get to do this one.
Oh, so you get to stay in class and organize. Shane, we're making 4 choices. Get out everything that you can, because that'll give us a good start on organizing. Who's your buddy? He's not here today. I'll jump in and so let me check my answer right now. Let's say it's not out, so it's hard to check our answers. It's not out.
Oh, we have to think.
If you aren't done with 1, 2, 4 and you're not like checking answers now, you could still be working on your mini mastery. You could be working on 1, 2, 5. So did you already check? Did you check these? Are they good? Good. Why are you pulling his homework over? It's yours now. Alright, so turn that in once it's done. Yeah, if your 1, 2, 4 is done and checked and you're happy with it, turn it in. So, 94. Guys, look up here. If you haven't done this yet, pick up your pencil. You are now allowed to write this down because I'm going to walk you through it. In 94, we are trying to add or subtract fractions. But in order to add or subtract fractions, what do we need? Anybody?
To reduce the fraction.
Ooh, not to reduce the fraction. We need common denominators. If you couldn't answer that, write it on your paper. Common denominator. Not common demon. Common demon. So when we look at 8 and 6, and guys, if you didn't answer this question, I should see this on your paper. We start thinking of the multiples of 8. So we think bigger, not smaller. We think bigger, actually. And while we're thinking of the multiples of 8, we're also keeping an eye out for a multiple of 6. Do we see one? 24. So that tells me my goal is to get to 24. But I got some work to do to get there. On the fraction with the 8, what do I do to 8 to turn it into 24? Multiply by 1, 2, 3. And if I do it on the bottom, I have to do it on the top so that I actually keep it the same. The numbers are going to change, but the fraction is actually the same. Guys, it's like taking your leftover pizza and cutting it into more pieces. You still have the same amount of pizza. You just might have more slices now. Right? Pizza is my thing that I teach with. Sorry if you like pizza and end up hungry, but you guys go to lunch after this, so I'm not really that sorry.
And there's pizza.
And there's pizza. Well, for you guys. You know it costs more for the staff to buy lunch than it does for you to buy lunch? It's a bunch of malarkey right there. What do I multiply 6 by to get to 24? 4. So now I rewrite. Guys, if you don't rewrite it, you're just asking yourself to make mistakes. So I rewrite it. 3 times 3 is 9 over the 24 that I wanted. I'm going to use black instead of blue just because it shows up a bit better. 1 times 4 is 4. 6 times 4 is that 24 that we wanted. And now, because the denominators are the same, it stays the same. 9 minus 4 is 5. Hey, Max.
So is it okay because I did do it a little differently where instead
Did you go to a bigger denominator?
Yeah, basically I multiplied 8 times 6.
So your denominator is 48.
Yeah, and then
Absolutely
I
fine.
reduced it down to
Absolutely fine. Yep.
I also did it differently. I had to line it up differently, so like one on the top and on the bottom, like in between them, like portion right there, and then like subtract it or add it.
Did you get to common denominators? Okay, so as long as we got to common denominators before we really did any math, that's the big thing. So yeah, B is all on your own because, hey, look, they're already common denominators. I know that A and C were the toughest problems on that homework. That's why those are the ones I went over. I'm not a jerk, but I'm trying to train some of you guys that are getting used to copying that's not going to work. It is not going to work out for you. Some of you already realize that because the mastery stressed you out and you don't know what you're doing. It's because you didn't do your homework. All right, if 1, 2, 4 is done, turn it in. Oh, the rest of the answers. Yeah, sorry. There's the rest of the answers. So I'm moving this for a second. So, fun story, because Sammy asked me if I was out late partying when I said I was out late last night.
That was me.
All right, sorry, Charlotte. So I was in a fraternity in college, but not a frat before you go making assumptions and using stereotypes, which we teach you guys a lot about, like, not doing that. Our fraternity was what's called a service fraternity. So we, like, do work for people and, like, help the community and help campus. And small world, even smaller Columbus, this is a student that I taught like 9 or 10 years ago. who is now at the same college I went to and debating joining the same fraternity that I was in. It's just a small world. So that's Hayden. He went to Phoenix years and years ago. And yeah, so it was really fun catching up. I walked into the house because I was just going to go get a cookie because there was like food and stuff in there. And I like am walking in and I hear, "No way." And I look up and there's Hayden and he goes, "Mr. Hudson?" I go, "Yeah, you don't have to call me that anymore, dude." And then we just chatted and caught up. It was really fun.
Wait.
Wait. Yeah, I mean, I got home at like 10:30. So not too late, but late enough that, you know, it was a late night. I barely got me a cookie. I stopped and talked with Hayden for like 15 minutes. I like grabbed a cookie on my way out.
What kind of cookie was it?
Chocolate chip. It was from Sam's Club. All right, that's recorded. If you need more time to check your answers, go to the recording, and or you shouldn't really need more time to check your answers. That probably means you're doing your homework right now. As always, what do you need? Graph paper, name tent.
Oh, yeah.
You do not have to, but if you would like to draw it on your graph paper, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, it would be a good idea if you did, but I'm smart enough now that I know I can't force anyone to do anything. Make a dot on your graph paper, probably like in the top left corner or somewhere that you got space. We're going to count 10 by 10, but we're going to go by twos. So I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4.
So 10 by 10?
A 10 by 10. But we're only going to put lines every 2, right? So, guys, please follow directions or don't cry to me when you did it wrong.
I did it wrong.
Well, good thing you're not crying to me. If you don't follow directions, we only have so much sympathy because, like, we try, right? We try to give you directions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, you don't count the corner one, right?
So, this is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you'll end up, really, with what looks like a 5 by 5. And this is going to be our pizza. So we can imagine this is Jets, or whatever, but I don't know how many places do rectangular pizza.
I have the Jets right
I think
Little Caesars.
Oh yeah, they do square pizzas now too. Alright, so we have a 5 by 5 that is actually a 10 by 10, right? It is 10 squares, but it is actually showing 5 by 5. And then we're going to grab a highlighter, whatever color makes you happy, and shade in the final 2 columns.
Did I do something? I did something wrong.
This is also why we work in pencil, guys. I know, but like, so when we goof up, it's okay. So this is our pizza. And we have that much left over.
Oh, that's how I did that.
I think it's
Start here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 10. You didn't quite go far enough. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2. Now those black dots are where you can make your lines. We need to shade in our right 2 columns. Then go ahead and on your paper. You did not follow directions. You will understand in a minute why I asked you to do those directions. But if you're going to do what we're doing, you might as well follow directions. So you still need graph paper out to write what we're writing. So even if you choose not to draw the big square, I know some of us don't like drawing as much. Go ahead and on your paper write out the fraction that is represented by the shaded portion. go ahead and write out the fraction that is shaded. Now, I'd be willing to bet everybody a piece of candy that we don't all write down the same thing. Emily, you said what very fast. What do you mean what? What did you write down?
10, 20, 30.
Pardon the interruption. Corinne Liska, please come to the office. Corinne Liska, please come to the office.
So Emily wrote 10/25, but when I told you what to shade, who remembers exactly what I said? When I told you what to shade. Max? Shade the final 2 columns? Meaning that I could write 2 out of 5. And is that true that I have 2 out of 5 shaded?
Yeah.
Is it also true what Emily said that we have 10 out of 25? Yeah.
Did anybody else write 2 over 5 though? Yeah. Oh my god. Why would Is it wrong? Is it right?
Now, I said I would be willing to bet, not that we were betting. But, I mean, still, I won. So, you know, haha. Grace?
It was like, would 20 over 100 work?
So, Grace wants to go ahead and be difficult and complain that I'm just being funny. She wants to complain that I don't have enough pieces, right? If this is our pizza and we have 10 pieces, there are more than 10 of you in here, right? So if I say, hey guys, I got 10 pieces of leftover pizza, only 10 of you are going to be happy and really only about 8 of you because I'm going to eat 2 of them. So what could I do with my leftover pizza to make sure that we all get a piece? It's left over. I can't order more. Split them. So if I go, and this is essentially what Grace was suggesting. Thank you for asking that question, Grace. That was exactly what I wanted to do next. It's like you knew where my lesson was going. Yeah. I mean, if you want to. Like, I'm not going to make you do anything, but... Now, would all of you be happy that you have equal-sized slices? Yes, but how many slices do we have now?
10.
Well, 20 out of 50. If I count all these squares, or all these rectangles, now who can anticipate where I'm going next? Grace, go ahead and take it home.
You have to split the,
We have to split the columns. Not have to, but we can.
Now we just get like small squares. Now we have 100 by 100. That doesn't even look like 100.
Now we can just call it brownies instead of pizzas.
Oh, I should have said
Yeah,
brownies.
it's just brownies now.
Dang it, Sammy. Because brownies come in a square pan, and I should have talked to you before I taught my lesson. These are brownies. That was my plan the whole time. These are brownies. I had that written there originally. Like some of you say when you turn a paperback in and you're like, no, that was there originally. And we're like, Now what does this turn into?
Brownies.
Well, okay, yes, thank you. 40 over 100. Guys, what did we multiply by? 1.
That's what I meant. We all said
Wait.
No, you should be confused right now.
I am.
Because what we multiplied by was times 2 times 2. Or, hold up. I could do times 10, right? Like times 10. Or we could have done like times 4 and times... But what does multiplying by the same thing on top and bottom, if we do times 4 over 4, what are we actually multiplying by? Caleb? 1! This is is what we know and love.
Big one.
Now, your task, if you choose to accept it, your mission
If I don't choose to accept it.
is to come up with new names. Since you are apparently, by 7th grade, tired of the giant one, last year our class decided to call it the Bonfire Uno.
Yeah.
Because we light it all on fire and there's just one is left, right? So it doesn't matter if it's 25 over 25, 1,000 over 1,000, 1,000,000 over 1,000,000.
Trillion.
It's the Bonfire Uno, according to last year's class. Infinity over infinity. That actually breaks math because we can't get to infinity. But since any number divided by any number is 1, but infinity is not a number, it's an idea. I know, deep math, right? Xavier?
I don't know if you're doing something different or you're wrong, but you said like 2 times 2 equals 10.
Yeah, I didn't mean to write that. What should go there? 5. I was thinking right here. Sorry, right here we did times 2. But all of these are equivalent fractions, right? They're all actually the same thing. Our amount of brownies never changed. We just kept cutting them into more brownies. Deliciously tasty. Here is your chance to participate and come up and teach. So check out 96, 96 on your paper. Solve it out with your teammates. And I mean, we can all pretty much go ahead and answer this together because we just said it. Why is the fraction 4 over 4 called giant 1?
Because it equals 1.
Because any number over a number
Is 1.
equals 1. Because that number divided by that number equals 1. Like, I don't care how you write it on your paper, just anything divided by itself is 1. Yes?
I have one question.
Well, what that means is you've been doing your homework as we've been sitting here, but okay, good job. Oh, 1 to 3. Okay. Earlier you're talking about 1 to 4. No, I told you this morning that's an example from class that doesn't need done. This is running. This is good.
So good. I just like the meat.
This is not. You should check the math on that because it's not 125 on each side. It's 150 by 125. But right now, what matters is us doing 1, 2, 1. Did you see? Oh, because I gave these all to you before your trip. It doesn't look like you actually used your time in the car.
Wait, and you said
So we're going to do this right now. You do this.
I don't know. And it's like, I should speak dogs. I like, I talk to
We're
them.
doing this right
I should speak.
now. You got Sammy right there.
Yeah, duh. I said brownies.
No, we don't. We're supposed to be doing these on our own. Like, we're doing these on all of this class. Seems like you're making a little band up here.
Amazing.
7 times 8 equals 7.
I won't be here tomorrow.
Unacceptable.
Okay.
I'll make sure to record class. Would you like the worksheet? That may or may not be our homework. I have not 100% decided yet, but it seems like we'll make it through most of what I need to today. So yeah, I'll make sure class is recorded for you.
16 goes into, I have it just like.
Bianca, would you like to either talk me through BI or come up and like show it to the class? Or I mean, so reminder, you can always pass, but you can't pass always. Right? You are always able to pass, but you can't just always pass.
Yeah. Oh, what is the
I'm
problem?
confused on what you asked.
You're gonna what?
I'm confused on what you asked.
So for BI, it asks us to multiply by 1, but it shows us the 1 we're using is 6 over 6. So what we want to do is figure out what is the equivalent fraction, right? Multiply the expressions to rewrite each fraction. We need to rewrite this with what it becomes. So essentially, we can grab our calculator, or we might know it. What is 9 times 6? And we'll go anybody with that. 9 times 6? 54. 25 times 6? 150. So please make sure that is on your paper.
What?
That fraction is equivalent to the original 9/25.
Oh.
6/15 times 3/3, William. You want to come up? So guys, remember when you come up, pen color, pen size, right? The second one down is a little nicer. No, super big is not good. So you can pick a color, because then it all just blurs together.
Exactly.
Hey, where are the other fractions that we wrote that are all equivalent to this? So, when you choose not to do what we do. I met a lot of your parents last night. I met a lot of your parents last night.
My parents?
I don't think so. I don't know if she was here. If they were.
Bright, shiny gold.
Okay, I shouldn't have said that because now you're all gonna be like, "Oh, did you meet mine?" Just ask your parents didn't talk to you about it. That's right. Yeah. So William said 6 times 3 is 18. 15 times 3 is 45. Absolutely correct. Any questions on that?
No.
So now down here, it was wrong in the textbook. I don't know why, because what I have on your worksheet is correct. I'm still doing random cards, so if your hand is up because you're trying to volunteer, yeah, sorry. Questions? Okay, question?
Comment?
Comment?
No.
Emily, question?
No. Just
No.
wanted to go up.
Oh, so, well, cards. Liam, your card's next. Do you want to solve CI?
Yes.
C like yes? And Max, do you have any interest in C double I? Yeah, sure, yeah. Hold up. Oh, it is on the pen. Never mind.
No, you say I because you know the animals
We're not on a boat. I can't hear you. Oh, yeah, sorry, you were very fast. So, Liam said to get, well, actually, do you want to tell him how you figured these out? Because I don't know.
Why did teachers always say that? Like, I think
You want me to talk to it? Okay, can I have that? You're gonna steal my pen. Alright, if, guys, some of you still aren't doing this, this is why we didn't show all the work for the homework. If you didn't know how to solve this, listen. If you don't know what to multiply by, not you don't know how to multiply. That's not what we're saying. You don't know what number. We divide backwards. Take your end, divide by your beginning. 40 divided by 5 gives us the 8, and that's what tells me what goes here. To keep these equivalent, we got to do the same on top and bottom. So we get 40 over 56. Max, you want to do I? You can change colors. It's red right now. You can change colors if you want. And then start the next 3. Start the next 3 while Max shows his work up there. Do you still have a question?
60 times what equals 100?
Yeah, that one's right. And so is that one. Yeah, I think you're rolling now. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
And the next time I get a chance to grade, I'm not going to make any commitments because things keep popping up. And like this morning, I had a meeting that I didn't expect to have, so I would have had it graded this morning, but then I got busy. So like I promise I'll grade as soon as I can. Okay, like I know I grade quickly, and your missings and check minuses go in, so I try to grade revisions as fast as I can. Sweet, good thing you're in here.
I know, so that's the reason my brain's going mellow.
I should do it better than to leave Max at the board, because you'll start drawing like a big muscly dude, probably. All right, Max is absolutely correct. Max, how'd you figure out the 10?
Basically, 7 goes into 70 10 times.
Yeah, and if we didn't know that, we would do 70 divided by 7. All right, check out 100, because for the sake of time, we're going to skip right to here, and because it's on your paper. Take a couple minutes, do those with your teammate, and then we'll take some people up at the
What
board.
if I don't have a team?
Isaac, you can turn around and double check with Isaac. We're in here till... Yeah.
I don't understand.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so 60 times what equals
Hey Tom, I can give you a call back in 5 minutes if that works.
16
All right, thanks, man.
goes into 100. 16 goes into 100.
Oh.
60, 5 times 50 times 100. That's it. Okay, so 50.
Alright, I'm missing one. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not.
Okay, C is difficult.
I was gonna say, I set it down somewhere. Emily, would you like to come walk us through A?
Yes, I would.
Charlotte, would you like to walk people to B?
I don't even
I will
need
start,
my
while
paper.
Emily
I've
does
done
this,
this
I will
1,000
circulate and
times.
work with people. So B's trying to make it smaller. So
This on the bottom one for a second.
So I'm doing A.
I thought we said B.
You said A.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I don't want to shut down your idea.
by 4 because we got that from there. Equals 25. So you put 25 here and here. You have to. No. And then this can also be put as 4 because thank you for your 5 seconds. I know.
Alright, Emily, put 25 over 25 for our giant one, or our bonfire Uno, because 100 divided by 4, that all makes sense. We get 75. We could also write 75% if we want, right? Since we got over 100. Charlotte, B.
You got the Charlotte.
Isa, any interest in C?
No.
No?
I
Xavier, C?
His brain.
There you go.
Stop to work on it.
His
Wait,
brain's
is there
Here, what?
decimals? Is there decimals?
You guys have
Charlotte, you
calculators, right?
I did. All the way to 20. I didn't know that there was decimals.
Good job, Charlotte. Yes, so great.
Seems like you're trying too hard.
I can't open it.
Wait. Who thinks Charlotte's right? Charlotte Peeps thinks she's right.
That's because they were there. I definitely didn't hear you guys talk.
No, definitely.
All right, Charlotte, you want to talk it out and drop a knowledge bomb on us?
I don't know how. I feel like I'm not. Can I explain it? But I'll try.
Yeah, just try.
So, obviously, 200
Hey, Jens.
times 2
Hey, Jens.
isn't 100, but we could change the multiplication symbol into a division symbol, so it can become.
Ah, but then we do need to fix that this would not be 84. It would be 21. So, guys, hey, Mason and Shane, you need to not sit together anymore, or we need to talk. Because right now you're being rude to a classmate. So what Charlotte realized was multiplication and division are the same, quote unquote. Now we know that's not actually true, but they follow the same rules. Can I divide by 1? Guys, when I order a whole pizza and divide it by 1, I eat the whole thing. Don't judge me, Bianca. I saw that. I didn't say how big of a pizza.
I mean, like,
I
I've eaten a whole medium pizza in a
Well,
day.
yeah, okay, so no judgment.
I've eaten a fat.
So division. Hey, I'm trying to get you guys out of here. Division by 1 or the same number over itself also works. Or what else we're allowed to do is 0.5, or you can even do 1/2.
There's a lot of big fractions.
Xavier, we're running out of time. Can you tell us what you found out for your Orman? You can come up, but we just gotta go fast. 6.25, because you are also allowed to use
Fractions.
decimals.
Fractions, decimals.
So what's the top become?
6.25.
No, the answer?
43. Confusing, but
Flip your papers where they go,
Got that.
and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.